Is crowdfunding the same in Europe as it is in the United States? We're on location here in Angers, France, about 3 hours outside of Paris and in the heart of the Loire Valley. Catherine Krapsky is an expert in crowdfunding, and welcome to The Language of Business.
Thank you for the invitation.
How popular is crowdfunding in France?
It's very popular. We have around more than 2 million people who have already funded companies, associations, or cultural projects, artistical projects on a crowdfunding platform.
Does crowdfunding use the internet as much as it does in France as it is in the United States?
Yes, crowdfunding, it's only on internet. So the principle is very simple. An internet platform puts some projects on internet with a description of the project, and everybody can have a look at the project, and then they can decide to give some money to fund this project. So we have different models, of course, and some models are much more complicated than what I've just said, but the principle is very simple.
What is the average amount of euros that is funded for crowdfunding?
It depends on the model. So if it's only donation or reward-based, the average amount is around 20 euros. But if you speak about crowd investing, so equity crowdfunding, so on this platform you fund a startup, the average amount is around 4,000 euros per person.
And which do you think has a higher probability for success?
So we have crowd equity, crowd lending, and reward based. In France now, the biggest model is crowd lending, but crowd equity is increasing very fast, and it is due to our legal system.
And does crowd lending indicate that the money will be paid back over time?
At the moment, yes, the money is paid back, but perhaps it won't last very long, we don't know. But at the moment we have no problem with crowd lending, but as far as we have more and more platforms, I guess we might have some problems with some bankrupts or some companies who can have problems, yeah.
And why do you think that crowd equity funding has become so popular?
Why? Because we have much more entrepreneurs now in France, and I would say in Europe. So when you create your company, you need money, and you need also to be a company. And so as far as we have more and more startups, we are more and more innovative, we need money. And the other reason is that we have implemented a special legal system for crowd lending and crowd equity, which is a very flexible legal system. And so this is why it's so popular. And it's we have a regulation, of course. We have the financial authority which looks after all this. But it's very simple to invest on this platform, and it's very not so easy, but it's easy to put a project on this platform. For people, it's easy to invest, and now we have more and more professional business angels, venture capitalists who are working with this platform, so we can fund more and more startups with crowd equity.
And are these laws only for France or for the entire European Union?
No, we don't have a European legal system for crowd lending and crowd equity. We don't. Each country has its own legal system. In France, it is the most flexible for all Europe. Some other countries have a special legal system, Spain, Italy, Germany, UK. But perhaps the European Union will decide to harmonize all the systems. So we will see if they do it. At the moment, it doesn't exist.
Which country in Europe has the most crowdfunding investing so far?
UK, of course, UK. And after, in continental Europe, it's France and Germany. We are closed.
Catherine, thank you.
Thank you.
Catherine Krapsky, an expert in crowdfunding, on location here in France.